in this we have pieces of smoky quartz that came from the Hallelujah Junction area, and we have larger pieces of calcitony, pieces of flint nodules that were brought back from a trip from Alaska to Alabama that my mother had gone on, and we'll look at those up close. We'll look at all these up close. 3 fire agates. That's why I put a lot of these in here. There's some others that you can see that are actually from a beach that I grew up on called Agate Beach up in Oregon, or Nye Beach if you're south of Agate Beach, and that's up by the Newport Bay. And a lot of the agates off of that beach, a lot of beach agates in fact, won't have any lines to them, but they're called agates. They are all in the calcitony family. So what these all are is calcitony nodules. These here, a whole bunch of them, are from Stinson Beach area here in California, and they're called sometimes agates because of their shape, because they're on the beach, because of their inclusions and stuff, but you can see the white chalk on them still, which a lot of agates have. Now that white chalk is what's also on the outside of a flint nodule. I'm not trying to confuse everybody, but I did want to point out how these are, I picked these up on the ocean shore. Now the bulk of the rest of what you're seeing here, all of these calcitony pieces, these nodules, and the ones that have lines in them, which technically makes them agates, all came from the Nevada desert. But where they came from in the northern Nevada desert in Oregon, I collected them, was a chalk butte. And that chalk butte lies in an area that's old ocean that's been uplifted and uplifted to where it's now that far inland. It's the old continental shelf. So what I'm saying is, even though you hunt them out in Nevada sometimes and they are Nevada agates, they can actually be real close to an agate that, lives on the beach now. So that's all I'm going to say about that, is just context and location, what the individual stone looks like. You can see the difference in coloration. Now these were all found in the same location, and if you look, within 10 feet of each other on a chalk bluff, and if you look at them, they're all really different colors and stuff. You got blues, and we're going to cut some of these bigger ones open, like that one, now that I can see it's got not just the fractures but some really cool round shapes inside there. We're going to slice that open. But each one is really different. And I went through with a toothbrush and I tried to, some of the white that you're seeing is the actual chalk. And, I didn't put this back in for the endless polish because I don't mind some of the inclusions like that, and because they're already so thin. So when a flaw goes all the way through that, to polish that out, it just basically wouldn't exist, and so you're asked, it would get eroded away, it would get ground away to nothing if I left that in there long enough for all the flaws to go away. And if you're asking yourself, so why did I polish it? Well, look at the before and look at it now, of course, but so many details, all the little round shapes and everything that you can see, and you can see down into it, the light that goes through it now, all kinds of reasons, so that I have windows so that I can perceive what it is. I had no idea under its broken surface that it was like that. Yeah, just so many more things show up. So that's what we have here. couple pieces of common opal from the same area up there. It's called a lemon meringue by Denio or Denio. You can collect it off the public lands while you're waiting around to pay to go up to the black opal mines. Let's take a closer look at these. Let's get the best light on each one. And these, agates, we can call flint nodules if you want. Have some really nice little inclusions in them. And that's why I put up with all these imperfections. And that's why I was saying I went over everything with the toothbrush, scrubbing and scrubbing. So some of that's just part of the stones. If you've, handled these, then you know what I'm talking about. And some of it I just couldn't get out, and there's only so much time to dedicate to that type of thing.